Hey. I can't do this right now. I'm just giggling.
Okay. Hey, Kevin.
How are the wife and kids?
I don't know, but I believe.
I'm just like getting up in the middle of the bubble.
Oh, I didn't record it.
You know what you did. You go sit in the corner.
Guys, we just tried to film 4 different openings for this video, so depending on which one we actually used, we might throw the other ones at the end or something, or cut it just to show how awful Bruce and I are actually opening.
Oh, take the day off, camera. I've added 10 pounds to myself.
But, bum, you might have noticed from last week's video that Bruce and I were twinning. #SoHard. And you don't
I
look.
can't believe that just happened. And it's on film.
You didn't look prepared for that. So anyway, we went to the Tough Mudder. There's an adventure video up this week, maybe a little bit after this, depending on how editing time works for me. But
at least you're honest.
I'm sometimes pokey. I do other things.
You said doo-doo.
So, but one of the toughest things about the Tough Mudder was not actually the event, but camping the night before. Time to set the tent. So Bruce, you set one tent. Kelly, you set the other one. Yes. Dave, make sure everything goes well.
What? And not because we were in tents.
No, tents are a good thing when you're camped.
Yeah. But because of our neighbors.
Yeah, we're gonna interact. Like we're gonna do a little acting of what our neighbors were saying, just to give you an idea of their conversation. Hi, Bruce. Oh, not much. Tacos.
I like
tacos are good. How'd you sleep last night?
Not super well.
So that's what our neighbors were like. So we've come up with how do you deal with noisy neighbors while you're camping. Bruce, give us some ideas.
So I think my favorite idea is getting, like a squeeze bottle of honey and just like squeezing it in front of the tent door in an attempt to draw some bears. Because bears like honey, right?
Bears do like honey. And I think that's a great way to silence your noisy neighbors. I'm going for a little bit more personal approach. I just think you pack up your sleeping bag, you hike out of your tent, and you just march over and go to sleep in their tent. Like you don't even make eye contact. You just walk over, unzip their tent, walk in, zip it up, and just fall asleep.
Okay.
It's a forward approach. Trust me, when you wake up in the morning, it'll be really interesting.
That would be really interesting. So, I think if you can get away with this...
well, that's a good start.
I think if you can get away with this, it would definitely be worth it. If nature calls in the middle of the night, instead of, going to find a tree, you kind of just wander over that way and do it on their tent, and then just convince them that one of them did it, or like that you thought it was a tree or something. I don't know.
And to be fair, guys, the people next to us were very, very drunk. So,
so I'm sure
they might have done it on their own tent. We don't even know. I think the last idea that we've talked about, and we really like this one's going to take a little bit of work. So just know this ahead of time. In fact, you might want to just go to the pet store before you go. But you want to find like a squirrel or a ferret or a tarantula. And again, go back over to their tent and just tuck it in.
Yeah,
it's going to be a battle of wills. You're going to want to fall asleep before them. These people were up to like 3 or 4 in the morning. Stay up with them, suffer through it. Yep. And then when they go to sleep, you sneak, a little arachnid in there.
Oh, gosh, that would just...
Okay, this is off topic. You wake up in a tent, and there's a tarantula in your sleeping bag. What do you do?
I'm screaming like an 8-year-old.
See, my biggest fear of tarantulas is...
Oh, my gosh.
Like, you kill it. Like, that's going to be an oozing wound. It's not like a house fire you just squish.
No,
it's going to be like you just killed a small rodent. It's going to be like missing some legs. And like, ah!
I'm sufficiently bubbled out for the night, guys. I'm checking out mentally for the rest of this bubble. I apologize in advance.
So, Bruce, our friend Kevin has a very important question about the big announcement we have coming up. And he says, does the big announcement have anything to do with poop?
Doesn't everything have to do with poop?
I caught a dime! Bruce, be excited. Free taco.
I really liked the topic of conversation that we had earlier today about resting well and like what that looks like. Because we can get out the Torah and roll it and get the rabbis that say, you shall not untie your donkey, and, says Rabbi Von so-and-so, and then this rabbi over here. I know, I just threw a Von in there. I'm just throwing you for a loop. This isn't Orthodox Judaism. This isn't Kansas anymore. But this other rabbi says, like, no, you can untie your donkey, but he can only go a mile. So getting rid of that, or like even keeping that in the back of your mind, like, what does it mean for you to rest well? Like having a Sabbath day, and I guess taking it to that next step and saying, like, taking that Sabbath day and keeping it holy.
Yeah. And like we talked about a lot on Thought Bubbles, like, holiness is the end goal. Like, it's not behavior modification, it's holiness.
Yeah.
Some things I've done in the past, like in college, I would do my best to take a day off from doing homework. And that means, like, the day before, the day after, you're doing a lot more homework, but intentionally saying, this day is not for my work. And, I probably would still have to do laundry. I feel like when I look back in college, it's just nothing but memories of doing laundry. Like, a lot of good times, laundry.
Those are your memories, like laundry?
Well, I wore the same pair of socks for a week once, and they were crunchy, so, like, I have the memory, like, needing to wash those, or, like, needing to do laundry. But I was saying, like, this is the thing I'm going to rest from, like, my schoolwork today. This is my work. Everything else is pleasure or joy or rest. And sometimes it's still work. Like, I'm going to go out and play Ultimate Frisbee. But that's, like, in a way that's still resting.
Yeah. I think that's spot on. I think it's, I guess for me specifically, it's taking a break, taking a pause from those pressures of work. So for me, it's not checking email. Yeah. It's not worrying about, the stack of paperwork on my desk that has to get filed or put in or whatever. It's not, even thinking about it.
I think, guys, when it comes to keeping, like the biblical command in the Old Testament is keep the Sabbath holy. I think that's kind of like how are we resting well to do that is very much the decisions we're choosing to make and what we're not choosing to make. It's not like, oh, I'm not going to go walk a mile today. But it's like, I'm going to choose to, not do this because I don't get rested from this.
Yeah. And I think in a lot of that is even just like time management, like how you're actually like spending
like
your
time. Like, be honest, just playing video games for 8 straight hours, do you feel kind of like, ugh, afterward, or you feel like, okay, I feel ready to go, feel rested, feel engaged?
I think it depends on the game.
I don't know. I can't do any video for 8 hours.
I think in my glory days I could knock out like a 12-hour sesh.
Oh, the fact that you called it sesh.
I was a nerd. Like, I still am, but I was then too.
I was like, I could go 3 hours and be like, my brain has turned into chocolate fudge on a warm piece of pavement in July.
But I think a lot of that, as you grow, as you grow up and mature, like, I get bored of stuff like that. Like, even games that, like, no joke, I could sit down and just play, like, the whole thing through, whether it's, like, Mario or Zelda or Metroid or, like, just those classic games that, like, have a very near and dear place in my heart. An hour, maybe 2 hours, and I'm just, like, I'm tapped out. Like, I need some other form of, like, fulfillment.
Yeah, and I'm going to go here, and we can always cut, but I think what you just said, like, you need some form of fulfillment. I think those things that we find most fulfilling from rest are, like, just the times to, like, be still, to focus, not have 8,000 voices from Facebook pummeling in. In fact, if this is Sunday right now, or a day that you're choosing to rest, turn us off.
Well, the video's almost over. Maybe finish.
So.
Maybe finish the video.
Yeah, click the like button, comment, because...
Subscribe if you haven't, because apparently that's a thing. I don't know.
Yeah, our people told us to say that. You're supposed to subscribe.
Our sponsors.
Yeah, they're powerful people.
We're going to have a message from our sponsors, probably at the end of a video sometime.
Yeah, we should totally just make an ad for ourselves at the end of a video.
I was thinking just have, like, Dave do something for us. Because he looks legit. He has
Dave
the internet in his basement.
hasn't sponsored us $1 yet. Dave.
Dave, what the heck, dude?
Okay, Dave. You. All right, we're gonna. This is us and you right now. This is us and you. If you sponsor us any fiscal amount, we will make a commercial for you at the end.
Wait, any fiscal amount? He could write us a check for a nickel.
If you write us a check for a nickel, we will still make you a commercial because I think that'll be hilarious, and we will frame the check, and you call you our sponsor.
I feel like we could do better.
We want to raise the stakes.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. We can brainstorm. That's an adventure video, and like that's
How to make money.
not necessarily how to make money, but how to get Dave on board with sponsoring us.
Okay, Dave, we're coming for you.
What would
we're coming
we do?
for you.
Like, what would we do with that? Like, would that just?
Okay.
Is that a thought for another
this
day?
probably won't make the cut.
That's fine.
But we'll make it. We're still filming. How much money would you have to be paid to get Dave's face tattooed on your lower back, or like anywhere? Let's go anywhere. Not lower back. Lower back was weird. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. But if you Dave's face tattooed anywhere on your body, how much?
You couldn't put a price on that.
Oh man.
I mean, not because
I was thinking like $1,000. I'd do it.
no.
Dave,
Like-
$1,000. I will advertise you for the rest of my life.
You're a better man than I am. Like, I've got the 4, and
Yeah.
I with ideas for a couple more. And Dave's face isn't. There's no real estate for it. I'm sorry, Dave. Like, I love you, but
Wow, we have gone from
how to rest well to Dave Robbins' face on our bodies.
Dave doing some early morning yoga.
I mean, do you ever find like your times of rest are with other people, or do you feel like that kind of has to be like an isolated, solitary event?
I don't know, I think when it comes to like how I rest, it's more about like today. I've worked a lot of days in a row, and that's been at work. That's been freelancing. It's been great. I love it. But like going out and just hitting the trails with you, like that was so resting for me. Like I'm not focused on a screen. I'm not thinking about pictures.
You're looking at
I'm like
5 feet in front of you.
By the end of it, like we're coming through that meadow, and there's deer next to us. Like I feel ready to go again. Like
Yeah.
put me back in the ring. I'll go another round.
Yeah.
And that was
Yeah, I think that camaraderie and just that.
yeah, and it's
I think the camaraderie is huge, but I also think just like having an activity that just engages you in a completely different
it's
way.
it's 100%. Like just like we were saying, like you're 100% into this, and like I can't focus on an email because I'm gonna run into that tree.
Yeah, I can't check my phone right now because if I take one hand off,
Yeah. So I think that's a great view of like what rest can be.
yeah.
Is like it's not necessarily this boring. I'm gonna sit in a chair and do nothing but blink for
Yeah.
like 4 hours,
Or lay in bed.
yeah, or watch Netflix or YouTube.
Yeah.
It's like no, rest is it is engaging. It's renewing.
Yeah,
And I
I
think-
think there's a lot of ways to go after it.
Yeah.
as we've
And
kinda hit on.
but the biggest thing, just gonna try to wrap this all around, is I think rest requires that commitment to do it. You can't just say like I'm gonna go rest now. You can take a nap or whatever, and that can be exactly
Hey,
what you need.
whatever you do it all for the glory of God. Whether it's napping or
Yeah, but it's like I'm gonna figuring out how am I gonna rest.
next week's thought bubble, how to nap for the glory of God.
That is a great bubble.
I think we should just stop there. To be honest with you, like how do you go
Right,
from
well,
there?
Give him a little teaser. We're good. How are we ending this? Why don't you just slap me in the face?
No,
That would be like that. Like people would watch. No, let's do it. Right? Let's do it. No, right now.
I'm not hitting.
I'm
you.
either doing it or you're gonna do it. Or you're gonna get it.
I don't like this idea.
No,
at
come
all.
on, just
like a little love tap.
no. I look at
No,
these-
I'm not winding. I feel weird about that.
guys.
Don't slap me. Don't slap me. Please don't slap me.
At some point in the future, we will have a video of us slapping each other
That
in the
needs
face.
to be in slow motion.
Oh yeah, slow motion. We're gonna do it right. This is your promise. Remind us of this at some point.
No,
We'll slap
don't
each other in
remind
the
us.
face in slow motion. Thanks for watching Thought Bubbles. We love you guys.